I'm thinking of making a welding cart. I have some welding equipment that's really heavy, and it would be pretty handy to put it all on one cart. I'm thinking of building is some kind of a box, and welding carts will generally have some kind of a shelf where you can put a tank. They'll have some drawers. They'll probably be on wheels. There'll be a chain wrapped around the tank. There'll be a place on the side to store some wires. And of course, the welding equipment can go right on top. So when it's all done, hopefully it'll look something like that. Well, hopefully it'll look something like that. Now I know what you're thinking. Why not just get that? That one's too small and that one's too big. I only have 2 pieces of equipment and I don't have a lot of space. I'd like something that's a little bit more specifically designed for what I want. And for that, I think I'm going to have to just make one myself. So I never said I was going to make a whole thing from scratch. What I got here is a tool chest from the big box store that just happens to be the right depth and width of the equipment that I have, without wasting any extra space. But what it doesn't have is a shelf here on the side to hold a gas tank or 2, nor does it have any tie-down straps for the extra wires and cords that welding equipment tends to have. It does have plenty of drawers, and I'll make good use of those, and it does have some pretty solid casters, which I'll make use of as well. I think with the right modifications, this chest will be exactly what I need. So the goal is to put a piece of plywood across the bottom that sticks out, and that's where the tank will go. But I can't just put the plywood over the bottom because there's a lip. I'll need a filler strip of wood to take up the difference. I'll have to plane that piece of wood about, well, that thick. And we're done. A full sheet of plywood is a bit unwieldy for my little table saw, so in order to get it to the size that I need, I'm going to cut it by hand with a jigsaw, then I'll finish it up on the table saw to get it to be the exact size that I need. It's time to mark where the holes are. And we're going to want that to be pretty exact. And they are 1 and 13/16 by 1 and 3/6. We're just going to mark it from underneath. With the holes marked from underneath, it's time to drill them out. So with the holes cut, I'm just going to check alignment to make sure I drill them in the correct place. Fits. So with everything lined up, it's time to spread some glue. Yeah, so I messed up. The shelf wasn't supposed to go on this side. It was supposed to go on this side. Over here is where the handle is, and I got all turned around when I flipped this upside down. So I spun the board around and the holes mostly line up. The overhang is a little bit different, so I'll have to trim the bottom shelf on the table saw when it's all done. But right now, I'm going to put these screws in to tighten everything down while the glue dries. I'm going to double up the plywood on this side where the tank is, but that means I'm going to have to notch the plywood because of this lip. My end frame?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just these little hair tips aren't in there. Yeah.
Alright. Well, I got the locations for the new casters marked, and it's time to drill the holes. I want the bolts to be flush mounted to the top, and a recessed torque head bolt would be perfect for this application. But I don't have those. I have carriage bolts. So I'm just going to use the Forstner bit and sink it in to the marked depth.